right, all right, all right. We already have a guest. Ah, we already have a guest. Let's like. By the way, I'm gonna bring you up, but give me 1 minute. I'm still trying to get this set up right.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, if you want to mute yourself, please. Let's uh, let's like and get to 5K likes before we get the conversation started. I also have to change this layout. But thank you for joining. By the way, appreciate it. I still to try set up my stuff here, so give me a moment. Oh man, what a day, what a day, what a day. I have about an hour, 30 minutes to be here. So hopefully we're gonna have a good show with this one. We're gonna have a good time with this one. Let's like and share and get more people here to join this conversation. Well, we wanna there's gonna be limitations anyway. If you're not 30 and below, we can't even talk to you. So I hope you're 30 below, like below 30. Um Now the demographic who they target today. So I hope you are. But the meantime, make I get this set up complete here. Thank you guys for being here. Let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join the conversation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hit 18K. I hit 18K. I hit 18K I hit 18K subscribers on YouTube. All right, now I'm fucking up my audio here. All right, I don't mess up my audio. Anyway, I hit 18K subscribers on YouTube, man. That was a huge milestone, man. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Anyway. Let's like and share, like and share, like and share. I still try to put my stuff together here. I'm just trying to set up my YouTube and my Facebook here, and I'll be ready in a second. In a second, I'll be ready. All right. There we go. We're gonna close this guy here and get it started. About another 1 hour, 50 minutes. Yo, we hit 18K, man. 18K on YouTube, man. Thank you guys. Yeah, I don't hustle this YouTube, Facebook thing for years now, and it's been slow, but slow and steady, I guess, right? Now, so then talk. But anyway, hey man, thank you guys for being here. Let's like and share and get more people here to join this conversation. We want to talk to our young Nigerians today. Make we know where their mind there. Hopefully we can get them anyway. Hopefully we can get them. I know they come. I look up my analytics after every show, and I see there's a few of them. I see there's a few of them that joined. So hopefully we can get them on here today, to have this conversation with them. The topic is simple. Young Nigerians, you're not the leaders of tomorrow. Prove me wrong. 30 and below, right? 30 and below. Prove me wrong. You're not the leaders of tomorrow. I have a few questions, 1 or 2 questions, and hopefully we're gonna deep dive into other things. But in the meantime, thank you guys for being here. Let's like and share, like and share, like and share, like and share. Make I set this Make I set my screen. Let's make it fluid. There we go. That's what I want. I don't want the side-by-side one. All right, there we go. That's how I want it. That's how I want it. All right, let's like and share, man. Let's like and share. Get more people here to join the conversation. It's going to be a good show today. It's going to be a good show today. Let's like and share. Like and share, like and share. Let's get to 5K likes. We have a guest here. The guest that's already here, again, I hope you're 30 and below. Now, 30 and below, now we want to talk to today. True News, my brother, I see you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining True News. Let's like and share and get more people here to join the conversation. This is something that I've always wanted to talk about. And I think a lot of older Nigerians like me, old people, say, oh, all the old like this, what else they para for everybody, Go become that grumpy old man, But anyway, hey man, I think this is a conversation that we need to start having. Because, when we were small too, they say we'll be leaders of tomorrow, right? How far now, and we see our young people still. I remember when I was younger, it was crazy because Nigeria is a tough place, man. Nigeria is a tough place because you go look left, right, center. It just seems like, not only the only thing you can think of is just try to get a job, And the jobs are limited, and nobody tells us, hey, it's not, they tell us, but the problem with that is when somebody tells you, hey, it's not just getting a job that is a problem. You can become an entrepreneur. I remember for service that year, we have that entrepreneurship class with him, that entrepreneurship class, right? But, it wasn't necessarily in depth. I'm not even sure I even attend that class, right? But Saeed, absolutely, Saeed. Interesting, thank you. Yeah, we'll get that Saeed class. It's a very good, it's a good strategy by the government, but they need to do more about that to make, put more funds into it, not just teaching. Because I wasn't even interested, so I don't even know what they were doing there. But I hope that the government can put some money into that and grants. Give students, these people who just graduate, give them grants, make them, because you get people like, I'll give you an instance. You get one of my classmates that time for uni. This guy is so entrepreneurial, man, so entrepreneurial. This guy go sell anything to you, like he'll sell anything, literally anything. This guy go sell, give you, right? So people like that. The entrepreneurship already did their body, right? So if they see that there is some way to get maybe some grants or soft loans, I believe that people like that go day more into business than even trying to get a job, right? That's my thought, right? But it would just be like, and only just get a job. Where you see the job, where you see the job. Jobs are limited, but the government doesn't encourage young people to go become those job generators, job creators, job employers. The government doesn't do as much. The government doesn't do as much as they could, to encourage young people to become entrepreneurs, and employ people. I also remember one of my friends, back then for service too. He was into fish, even when they do this fish farming. For that year, the guy, he was trying to encourage me to get into it. But again, my mind be no day. I won't go Port Harcourt, go work for oil company. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. But where you see the oil company work, where you see the oil company work, it's limited. It's limited. But anyway, I say all of this to go back to the topic today, which is, young Nigerians, the leaders of tomorrow, right? Because again, what didn't prompt me with this topic today again, it's just young people, right? You see them on TikTok, hey man, I don't want to call anybody out here, but you see the rot and decay on the kind of content where our young people, they consume. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You see the rot, like literal rot, like people when they add any literal value, people when they speak good English, people when they like express themselves, people when they articulate nothing. That is what our young people, they consume for internet. Every day, that's what's on the internet. Yo, when I see these things, I'm like, man, Nigeria, which way? Which way? And everybody's laughing. Kiki, kakaka, kiki, kakaka. It's funny. It's all fun and games. But now the end, now we the way to, as he batch also, he go a mile. Yeah, he batros or he go a mile. You know, and at the end though, you know you're not gonna be that young laughing and laughing again. 10 years from now, you're not 30 again, you're 40. 10 years from now, you're not 25 again, you're 35, right? So I'd like to talk about this, you know, just kind of pick our young people brain, make we get this conversation with them. And hopefully we have a good show today. I have 2 hours, obviously less than 2 hours now to be here. Let's keep liking, by the way, and get more people. Hopefully we can target that demographic. Now that demographic we won't catch today, 30 and below. We'll catch them today, get conversation with them. Let's talk to them. Let's talk to them. Our young people in the house. It seems like we already have one. We'll go talk to one, the one we did here, but in a moment. Let's get to 5K likes and we'll talk to him in a moment. And the questions are going to be simple. We're just going to try to have a conversation, right? We're just going to try to have a conversation. They're very simple conversations. Like, you know, if you had a podcast today, what would you talk about? You know, what is your politics? You know, I've said this so many times on this show, right? I became conscious. I wouldn't say very conscious, but I became conscious in my early 20s. You know, when I've been go service that year. I'll tell this story again. I met this guy. Shout out to Nubari. His name is Nubari. Nubari. I don't know why they call him Nubari. Nubari was his name. Shout out to Nubari. This young guy. At the time, what would they do service? At that time, I don't know if I remember when was it Wike Abi Amechi? Now Amechi been the power then, I think. When Chidi Lloyd been the worry, they carry Mays, boss person in head for Rivers State House of Assembly, all that stuff was going on. You know, I was aware of it, but I wasn't necessarily interested. One day we go walk, you know, like service, not service, IT. We come IT work. I'll call it work because now work, right? We come work that day. I believe he borrowed my laptop, or I can't recall exactly how I found that text. This dude was writing, he wrote a text about the happenings for River State at the time. I'm like, what's in the happen? Yo, how did you come to articulate all these things, put all these things together? He said, I read the newspaper, I read the news, I watch the news. I'm like, Now so my consciousness click, now so. You know, so it's not easy. I think I've also had this conversation with Mr. Jamie one time. You know, they're easy for young people, but I hope that young people in Nigeria, especially in Nigeria, I hope the young people for Nigeria go make that switch fast because, hey, now we get the youngest population, I believe, in the world. Maybe Africa, but, you know, Nigeria, I'll say Nigeria. We get the youngest population in the world, you know, and look at what these old men are doing to us. We can't even make shit. We can't even make anything work for us. Look at what these old men are doing to us. They play. Let's talk about Ojukwu, right? Ojukwu was in his 30s when he carry old men go play Kalu Kalu. Gowon was in his 30s when he entered that war with Ojukwu. Who else? Michael Opara was in his 30s when he was governor at the time of the Eastern region. You know, who else? Azikiwe was maybe late 30s, early 40s-ish. You know, so these were young people. Young people when they control the country at the time. How many young people, for how many young Nigerians, 30-ish, you know, have that kind of mindset? Say if they leave an organization for you, you go run them. There's this dude, he's American, but his parents are Nigerian. I think he was born in Nigeria. Ademole Konso. The CEO of Red Lobster. It's a restaurant. But you know, if I say restaurant now, Nigerians, your things in my mind get you they talk about. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about $1 billion, you know, restaurants. We get chains all over the world, right? You know, so this dude, he's in his early mid-30s. He's the CEO of that company. Nigerian, American, but you get the point, right? Nigerian guy, young guy. How many 30-plus Nigerians where they fit trust with, even for Nigeria, where they fit trust with that kind of responsibility for Nigeria? I forget his name now. Something at Demolekon. So let me Google it so that I'll call him name correctly. I'll say his name correctly. Make I know the Red Lobster CEO. Yeah, Adamolekon. Damola Adamolekon. He's in his 30s. Either mid-30s, or early 30s, young guy, the CEO of Red Lobster. We're talking about $1 billion restaurant, right? Maybe if it's not billion, it's there in the hundreds of millions in revenue every year. Young Nigerian guy, right? How many Nigerians will even be able to like comprehend this thing while they talk? How many, not Nigerians, I mean like young Nigerians will be able to comprehend what I just said, right? A young man, the CEO of a franchise, not like a company that brings in hundreds of millions of dollars every year. Now him they call the shots. Now him they tell them, say, hey, this shrimp, make we make them this, make we make them that. This rice, this biscuit, this whatever it is. Now him they call the shots. You know, how many young Nigerians can comprehend what I'm saying? Like, no. I mean, and it might listen, right? I'm not faulting anybody here. I'm not saying it's your fault. It's not your fault. That's not what I'm saying here, right? But the point is, what steps are we making even to get there? What steps are we making to get there? A lot of young Nigerians like, yo, man, yo. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I think we hit 5K likes. So let me not keep our guests here waiting for so long. And feel free to like and share and get more people here. Let's get more people here to join the conversation. In the meantime, I think we have Interesting. Interesting, if you want to unmute yourself, please. I don't give my short monologue on. I know something I like talk to myself. Anyway, Interesting. You're gonna have to tell me. You're gonna have to tell me your name. What's your name so that I know Interesting is not. I believe it's not your name.
My actual name is Eloka.
What? Ndoka?
My actual name is Eloka.
Eloka. All right, Eloka. Thank you for joining.
Yes.
How old are you, Eloka?
So I was born 22nd of January 2000.
2000. Okay, that's pretty young. Okay, okay. Thank you for joining, Eloka. Let's hear your thoughts on this, right? Namigo asked the question. Obviously, I'm trying to make you prove me wrong. What is your politics like? What is your politics like? Like, who are you voting in the coming election?
Obviously, Peter Obi.
Obviously. Why?
Obviously, Peter Obi.
Why is Peter Obi your choice?
Okay. If you marked what I said obviously Peter Obi. That's the. I wouldn't like to say hope. I wouldn't want to entrust another human being with such expectation, because human beings are human beings, politicians are politicians. But he stands out among his peers, and then with some sort of proven track record of investing in younger people. Yes, a consistent proven track record of investing in much younger people, not just younger, much younger people. Be it in the health sector, be it in the educational system, be it in administrative roles, and so on and so forth. He just goes for the younger people. So, yes, that's why he's my candidate of choice.
I see. So you say education and health. Let's talk about those two. When you say he's, he has a track record in investing in young people in health and education, how do you mean?
What do I not mean? For the past decade, while he was governor in Anambra, I'm an Anambralian, right? So I was still in nursery school during his first administration, all those kind. 2006, I was still in nursery school. But then we had scores, right? On to my primary school, we had scores. We saw almanacs, we saw magazines, we saw billboards, appreciation posts, awards upon awards, and so on and so forth. Where he goes to rebuild school, restructure school. There is this organization, there is this system he built. I forgot, UBEC, or Universal Basic Education something.
That's not he didn't build that. I think that's a federal government initiative also. He didn't build UBEC.
But he took advantage of it. He maximized it. If not finished, he maximized it.
I see.
Yes, he maximized it. Potentially maximized it.
I see.
All right. Renovated over 1,000 schools. Made schools logistical. Like provided buses for over 1,000 schools. Right. Increased teachers' payment. Sent some people abroad for training. And stuff like that. But then before you continue your question, I just want to react to the prompt. I think Nigerians, young Nigerians, you are not the leaders of tomorrow
Yep.
sounds defeatist to me. I don't really believe it.
Okay.
Right?
Tell me why you
When you
don't
look
believe it then.
across the geopolitical world, look across the globe, there is no under 30. Yes, there's no under 30 anywhere across the globe. Just we can just came around, and then if there's a contrary opinion you have, you can break it off. Under 30
I
that is
didn't
in
understand you.
executive positions.
Slow down a little bit. You said globally there's no under 30 what? Say that again.
You scarcely see under 30
Yeah.
people under 30 years of age, right? Who are in executive positions, who are in legislative positions, who are in judicial positions.
Yeah,
So it's not just a Nigerian thing.
I hear you on that one. I hear you absolutely on that one. I mean, it's not like a global standard for under 30s to be, in executive positions, like you said. Absolutely. However, I'm just saying, what strides are you guys making though? Like for you now, what strides are you making to say when you cross that 30 mark, you're going to start handling or holding those kind of positions?
Okay, personally myself, I've registered for the first time ever. I've registered to be a party member under the ADC.
I see.
Right. But then political adventures requires a lot of resources. It's already accruing to my consciousness to be politically active and be politically involved.
I see.
So when the time is right,
that one is just politics, and politics is more like it's a 50-50 thing, right? If politics doesn't work out, what's next for you?
Yeah, of course. Like P2B would always say, we have people who are making politics a career.
Yeah.
And that is why the country is retrogressing. Yeah, politics should not be a career.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So politics is like a 50-50 thing. I don't know. You said you got on the card or party membership for the ADC, right? That's what you said, right?
Yes.
So are you looking to contest, or you just want to vote? What's the goal? What's the end goal of becoming a member, a card carrying member?
I hope to contest in the future. Okay. I hope to contest in the future. I'm already working towards it.
Okay.
I hope to contest in the future.
All right. So let's say you contest in the future. You said you're from Anambra. What position would you be looking to contest for?
I'm looking up to the executive, but then I have to start from somewhere.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the somewhere. So you want the executive? I'm guessing you mean the governor, right?
Yes.
So before you become governor, or you like whenever you contest for anything, it's going to be the executive. Is that what you mean?
No, I'll start from somewhere. The somewhere will be the legislature.
All right.
I'll go for house first. Then from
let's talk about the house that you want to go for. Which area in that house are you looking like? So House of Rep, right?
House of Assembly.
House of Assembly. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, House of Rep, not federal. House of Assembly. So I've had one politician that's also contesting in Abia State come on the show one time. Let me ask you 1 second. Let me fix this TikTok stuff. 1 second. I don't know why TikTok they trip every time. Anyway, let's get back to it. Sorry about that. That was just TikTok warning me on some stuff. I don't know why it's happening anyway. But let's say you run, right? What would your manifesto look like for the House of Assembly? What would your manifesto look like?
Okay. It's majorly my local constituents. Those are the people I'm looking at. And then when we talk about all of those things, what the people in the House of Assembly normally do is just to legislate, just to make laws, and then pass bills.
Make laws, pass bills, absolutely, for the state, right? So what policy, that's off the top of your head right now, what kind of policies would you be thinking to propose if you become a legislative member?
The most important thing and the basic thing is there's a quite clear difference between civilized, quote unquote, civilized society and uncivilized societies. Yes, laws should be passed with regards to hygiene and keeping the communities clean. And most importantly, covering the drainages. I don't know why we still have open drainage in this part of the world. I don't really get it. Gutters, tanking, stinking, dirty, spreading disease and all germs and all of those stuff.
Yeah.
So we should pass into law that all road workers and constructors should actually learn to cover their drainages. Yeah, it's quite very, at least it will go a long way in preventing illness
And that's a good point you raised there. It's something that
and
I also, it's
spreading
something,
pollution.
yeah, it's definitely something that I always look around and be like, you know, these things have a fix, but for some reason, it doesn't seem like we can fix it. And the truth is, if you cover the drainages, it makes the road even more open. There's more open space for people to walk on, do
Exactly.
whatever they want to do on, you know, all that good stuff. So it blows my mind every time, you know, they build a road, they open one section, and that's just a dead area that can't be used. And then it turns into like a dumpster where, and I saw this video of an open drainage in Japan. I think in Japan, in a rural area in Japan, fishes go in like fishes, like colorful fishes, are in the open drainage, clean. I mean, you wouldn't be sanitary to drink the water, right? But if you look at the water, it's just clear. So I don't know. Again, like you said, I don't know why in this part of the world, you know, Nigeria, open drainage is just like. It's just like a dumpster. But anyway, that's a good policy, in my opinion. If that's something you're just thinking about, I think that's a very interesting one. Any other policies you think you would like to pass?
That's just the major one. That's just the major one. And then the issue of buying votes and using money to buy electorates, that in itself is extremely too bad. So that's extremely too bad. Like let people exercise their franchise with their conscience. Stop buying up people. And the major contribution to that is Nigeria is a poverty-stricken society. Sorry
Yep.
to say that, right? People are swayed off by instant. What am I going to get? Instant gratification. Yeah. So if we can outlaw that, it would force what do you call them now? People who are being elected to perform better, to know that okay, yes, if you actually keep your own bargain of your electoral promises, you wouldn't have to need people to sell their votes to you to continue. So, yeah, these are the things that we should put in place. And I think it begins with us, the younger generation. Right?
Absolutely. But let me just come in here, right? Outlawing it is one thing. Outlawing it is one thing, right? But will the policy, the way you want to shape the policy, is it just about outlawing vote buying? Is that what like just how you think about it?
Of course, you outlaw something and then you enforce it. Because that's another problem we have here. All right. Every governor, I'm from Anambra State, every governor that comes on the scene says, let Abore go. And Abore will call, and so on and so forth. But then what happens? All right. Every one of them, it's just like when Tinubu entered over and said, we have removed subsidy. That's always their first statements from Obiano to Soludo to all of these guys. But at the end of the day, they don't enforce it, and which is quite a problem. If you make a law and then you don't enforce it, it's just as good as you didn't say anything.
Yeah. So you as a lawmaker now, how do you intend to enforce it? Or make it so that you will be enforced?
Legislators is just like a bridge between the executive and the judiciary. Right? They're like forewarning. They're like just like a whip.
Yeah.
It is the duty of the executive to execute what has been put into law. So you, of course, you mount pressure on the executive to say, okay, so and so thing you passed into bill.
Yeah.
It's now a law. Execute it. It's that simple.
It should be that simple anyway. It should be. That's what I was gonna say. It sounds simple, but you know, in Nigeria, it doesn't seem to be very simple. But anyway, hey, you've given us two policies that you intend to push through if you ever become a politician, you know, become a legislator. Which sound very nice to me anyway. The first one you mentioned is, you know, trying to cover up the drainage, make sure it's not open. And the truth is, it doesn't necessarily have to be completely sealed, even though it's still the gutter system. You can use some type of heavy steel. I know that people in Dembuka might go steal it, but it's some way to still cover it up and make it look clean, even though not for just cities. At least you're from Anambra, so Oka, the city area, cover them up with heavy steel, where you know they're very easy for one or two people to just lift, right? You know, so stuff like that would go a long way. And then the vote buying on, again, it takes will. It takes a very great will from somebody to actually go out and put a law or policy like that, to ban vote buying. But I don't know. Is there any other questions you want to ask me here before we go move forward? Before we move forward here.
There's no other question, but I'm still very much interested in the young Nigerians and not the future of tomorrow. I mean, it's burdensome. Like I've not imagined something like that before. It's burdensome. I really want to know why.
I say it because again, if you listen to my opening statement, right? If you see the young people on internet, the things that they discuss, their discourse is just way far from reality. People, the people they follow, the people who are influencing them, it's bothering. They bother me, like to see people who don't even speak, who don't articulate their thoughts, right? These are the people that are influencing our young people. Doesn't that bother you? I mean, when you look on the internet, you see people just degenerates pretty much. Those are the people that are influencing our young people. Does that bother you when you see stuff like that?
It should bother me, but the way you look at it, but P2B, for instance, now made a lot of people to be politically conscious. P2B, if we're going to be honest with ourselves, he's not that articulate. He's not that eloquent in speech. But yet,
I don't mean it that way. For sake of not naming names and stuff like that, right? I don't mean it that way. Yeah, P2B definitely, he's not the most articulate person, absolutely. But that's not what I mean. I'm talking about influencers, like TikTok influencers, Instagram influencers, Twitch influencers that our young people follow and dance to. And, these are the people they look up to pretty much in life. When I see that, it bothers me that this might be the route that our young people are going. And obviously, and this, me saying that they're not leaders of tomorrow, obviously the leaders are still going to come from that crop, right? But when I think about it, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
You're speaking about my generation. And as much as they want to believe that the Gen Z people are actually dull or dumb, I think that's not actually the case. There's nobody who would want to like get bread, and then you are going to what will I say now? You are going to a butcher shop to get bread, right? You wouldn't want to get a razor blade, and then you are going to a poultry farm to get it. If you want to look at people that are influencing other people politically, right? You know where to look up to. Yeah, those people are like, by this time of the night, a lot of people are doing view ones now, and all of these are there. It's what you are talking about, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to look at a particular, and then you know where to look up to. So, and now off my head now, I can give you roughly 3 names of individuals who are influencing people politically with their content.
Young people.
Be it comedy. Young people, yes.
Let me hear them. Under 30. Let me hear the names, if you don't mind.
Under 30.
Yeah.
I may not know their age, but they enter my age bracket. Yes, they are within our age bracket.
All right, let me hear the names then. Maybe I would be able to guess their age.
This guy from Kogi State, Edo State, Idris.
Idris is not under 30.
He looks under 30 to me.
He's not under 30, but go ahead.
But at least that's still young. That's still young.
That's why I captured this thing specifically, 30 and below. But I get what you're saying. But let me hear the other one.
Anybody who is serious, you can look up to them, because those that still influencers. Because after that, still influencers their age, that is asking people, what's your this, what's your that? That all their age. That's what's this guy's name? Governor Muneke.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
You may say he's not 30.
Yeah, that one definitely looks kind of under 30, maybe under 30. Yeah. Okay. Governor Muneke. Okay.
This guy, I'm forgetting the third person's name now. But if I remember it, I'll still mention it. So there are people like that. So you don't want to like say buy a baby stuff. Then you're going to the third store. No, it doesn't work like that. If you want to look out for something, you go to where it is.
I see.
Right? But there's no sensible person on earth that will look up to. Let me not mention their name, but the most influential Gen Z person.
Let's not. Yeah.
With his girlfriend, party, all of those things are doing, and then you're going to them for political expertise. Then you're not a serious person.
I see.
So I don't really believe that we are not the future. No, of course we are. And when the time is right, that's what we call, people say it's an awakening. Whether it's an awakening or not, I don't know. I don't care. But then there's a sort of political amongst your people. Credit to Peter Obi and the obedient movement and the Bank Wasia and all of those guys, right? So yes, there's a consciousness that is coming up.
Let me ask you one more question, right? And I definitely agree with you. You definitely give a very good argument on that one. You know, if you're looking to buy something, you go to a specific place.
Yes, obviously, I didn't care about Nigerian politics. A lot of people didn't care. A lot of young people my age didn't care about Nigerian politics until Peter became on the scene. People are queuing up in thousands to go get the voters card because of Peter Obi, only because of Peter Obi.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Okay.
People are seeing the rot in the government and administration because of Peter Obi.
All right. Let me ask you. Yeah, let me ask you. Do you believe that the brain drain where they happen for Nigeria, especially the smart, and I'm not saying that you're not smart, but a lot of smart people from your set have, when did you graduate university? What year did you graduate university?
I finished my I just served in November.
Okay, you just served. Okay. Do you agree that a lot of your mates now, the smart ones, don't they plan to leave the country? Would you agree with that?
Obviously, yes, obviously, yeah.
A lot of your smart people from your set are planning to leave the country. So what does that leave in the country, right? What does that leave in Nigeria? The people that are not so, and it's from that crop that we're going to get the next leaders, the next set of leaders. Don't you see that might be problematic, though?
Now, consciousness does not equate application. That they want to leave the country doesn't mean they will leave, right? That they want to, and then this brain drain stuff of a thing is not just happening in Nigeria amongst the Gen Z people in my generation. Yes, it is global, it is universal. So it's not just peculiar to Nigerians, which goes back to the first point I made, that these under 30 people is just across the globe. Across the globe. It's not just a Nigerian thing. It's not just a Nigerian problem.
And Mr. Eloka, I really like that you're giving me really good arguments here, and I don't want to spoil, I don't want to keep going back and forth with you because the arguments you're giving are very good, and I really like it. They give me hope, and I really love it. I really love it for you. But thank you for joining. We have another guest here. Let's hear what the guest has to say, and then we'll continue the show.
All right, thank you.
All right. Make I read. I see Jella in the chat. Make I see Jella. It says, now this style of people are going to discuss saying that Peter Obi wake them up. I mean, something has to wake somebody up, right? Something go wake somebody up. Like me, wake me up. Now my mate. Now my own mates, and wake me up. So regardless of what it is that gets you conscious, it's a win. A win is a win, like they say. A win is a win. Anyway, thank you, Jelle, for being here. CJ, if you want to unmute yourself, let's have this conversation. And Mr. Eloka, actually, he proved me wrong. He proved me wrong that that the leaders of Nigeria are still there. I like the way the conversation went. It was very structured. We had a good conversation, very mature, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Mr. Eloka. Thank you so much. All right, CJ, make we hear your thoughts. If you want to unmute yourself, please. Mute yourself.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How old are you?
I'm 38 years, bro.
All right, now under 30. Now what they talk to today? Under 30 and below. This one.
But no problem. I still have a little bit opinion to say.
I understand, but make we live on to 30 plus. Make we live on to 30 plus, and we don't even have any other one. But make we live on to 30
I know,
plus.
But just hear I'm still a young guy. I'm still a young guy. I'm still under 30. It does not matter.
No, they're under 30. You say you did 38. Or you did 38.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Okay, Kachi, you say I do not, but just a little bit opinion,
All right, make we hear the opinion. Yeah.
Let's just say the way it is. Say, you see, Kachi, there's no the youth or whatever I call them are not the future of tomorrow.
You
Because
see
whether
what's
the
not the
leader
talk
of
now.
tomorrow
You
is
see
not
what's
there.
not the talk now. We need to talk
Oh
to
yeah,
the
wait. Let
no.
me give
Now
you.
those people we need to
Let me
talk
give you
to.
the
Not be
opinion.
you go come to tell them saying that
Oh
they
yeah,
are
wait.
not.
Now, let me give you. Wait.
It's okay. It's okay, Mr.
Remember
CJ.
that
I appreciate you for
once upon a
joining.
time, you see.
I appreciate you for joining. I appreciate you for joining. Now, those we don't want you to come now. You know, me and you don't old. We don't old. Make we not come to tell them they are not the youth of tomorrow. I don't think they're gonna be. I don't think they're gonna like it. So make them come like Mr. Eloka came up here and he told me that it's quite. I think they frustrate and say I feel that way, and he gave me his reasons and we've talked about it. You see, so when they impose that thing on them, I don't think they like it. But again, it's a topic that is supposed to captivate or get into their psychic and get them here so that we talk about it. Make we pick what's into their brain and understand what's in their brain.
Let me just chip in.
Go ahead.
Let me just chip in, please.
Go ahead.
The reason I love my generation is that people think we are rebels. Because we just have to put in the work, right? A lot of things that we are part, because this is how stereotypes and all of those things pass on from one generation to the other. One negative concept we pass on to the other person, we pass on to the other person, we pass on to the other person, we pass on to the other person. So I was here in your life the other time when we were asking Biafrans something in line of Biafrans oppressed, I will put all that kind of stuff. People will pass on this message from this person to this person to this, and then it doesn't sound like truth. I love what you said in your opening statement. Gowon, Obasanjo, Ojukwu, we are in their under 30s when they led the revolution. Nzogu, we are in the under 30s when they led the revolution that changed the history of Nigeria forever. All right. So if it was like that then, why can't it be like that then? I don't really buy into a lot of things that was passed on from one generation. I will challenge and oppose it. The only challenge we have is economic wherewithal, because what is there in this politics that we cannot venture into? Right, graduates of respective universities and all of those things. So I don't really believe in these negative comments and all of those things.
Okay, fair enough. But you brought up the topic about Igbo people being marginalized. What are your thoughts on that?
There's what we call there's a reality on paper, and then there's a reality on ground. Right? There's reality on paper.
Okay.
And two things can be true at the same time.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
Yes, two things can be true at the same time.
Okay.
The concept of marginalization of Ndi Igbo in itself. Now, first of all, I'm not somebody who has a victim mindset. I do not have a victim mindset. So the concept of marginalization of Ndi Igbo, I think, is something that is pseudo.
It's something that's what?
It's pseudo. It's not
pseudo.
Pseudo.
Okay.
Pseudo. Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like it is what it is, but it is not what it is.
Okay.
We are in a world, we are in a brutal world. We are in an unfair world. All right. Yeah, we are in an unfair world. So if you actually want power, you should actually fight and grab it. Nobody hands anybody anything on a platter of gold.
Okay.
That is why even as little babies, they cry even while they were coming off. Nobody hands anybody anything on a platter of gold. If you think you are marginalized, if you think you are oppressed, there are systematic ways. That's why you have brains. If you think you are, that's why I say it's pseudo. If you think you are marginalized, there are systematic ways with which you can, so quote unquote, come out of the marginalization or the oppression. That's why I don't even believe all of these arguments that my generation have. Christianity did this, white man did this, colonialism did this, slavery did that. It is all in your mind. It's all in your head.
Absolutely. But
nobody tied your hands.
But you said two things can be true. So what is the one that is true at the same time? Absolutely. So what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Now, when you look at that is the first one, in reality on paper, reality on ground.
Okay.
When you look at Igbo people who are already doing well for themselves, people like Cosmas Madoka.
Okay.
People like His Excellency Peter B himself, and all of these guys that are well grounded, right, and well exposed. Yes. Further that they will tell you that there are some certain policies the government is making. I will use Cosmas Madoka for instance.
Okay.
He won't say he's not smart. He won't say he doesn't have money. But then there are some, he has done series of interviews where he said that the government is making policies that is undermining their economic efforts, their financial efforts. right? That the government should provide a level playing field where all Nigerians, regardless of where they come from, can participate in and be who they want to be, and they be, of course, and so on and so forth. All
So,
right.
so
And
Cosmos
then there are some
Maduka,
certain
Cosmos Maduka, and again, just like you said, when somebody says something, you said this earlier, when somebody say, excuse me, when somebody says something often and often, then it almost the person starts believing it, right? So I'm not saying that's the
yes,
case for Cosmos Maduka, but my understanding of his business plan or business model is he imports cars, right? He imports cars and sell.
yes.
He's a car salesman, pretty much. He has a dealership in Nigeria, right? That's what he does. So let's talk about it. Both of us, we are smart people. What policies do you think the Nigerian government has that is impacting his business?
Okay. According to him, he was the last podcast was interview he did. He said that Lagos Seaport has monopolized the importation, right? The importation of goods and services and all of those things. That if they can bring it up to the east, decongest the seaport, decongest the sea, and
Say that
then
again. Say that again.
establish.
And hopefully you're saying like you're paraphrasing, but it's pretty much the essence of what he says or what he said.
Yes,
You
yes,
said,
exactly.
yeah, you said
Yes, exactly.
Lagos Seaport has done what?
They have monopolized the importation and the exporting of goods and services. That they should that there are similar seaports around the southern and eastern region. That they should open it up to enable to depopulate, right? To depopulate the traffic in those ports in Lagos.
Let me ask you another
Right? If
question, right? Let me ask you another question. Let's agree that what he said is true, is fact, that Lagos has monopolized the seaport business in Nigeria, right? Cosmos Maduka,
importation business.
importation business in Nigeria. Cosmos Maduka imports cars. Where do you think the majority of the cars he imports are luxury cars? Where do you think the cars that he imports, the majority of them, where do you think he sells them?
I think Lagos.
So if he sells
And
the
that,
majority of his cars in Lagos, why do you think let's me and you now think about it. Why would he want a seaport in, let's say, Delta or Port Harcourt? By the way, there are seaports in these areas, but why would he want another seaport in
a
another
working
area?
one, a working one, a working seaport.
Understand where I'm going with the question, right? He sells most of his commodity in this case, cars. He sells most of his commodities, cars, in Lagos, and the seaport is in Lagos. Why do you want to ship it from Port Harcourt? And then when you ship it from Port Harcourt, obviously our roads, Nigerian roads, are not the best. You will now have to transport those cars again to go and sell them in Lagos. Do you see what I'm saying?
No.
How is that a good
I saw.
business? How's that a good business plan?
I'll answer your question in
Go
two
ahead.
ways.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I saw one of these importers, the one in Dubai, saying that 80% of the containers, 80% of the containers that are coming to Nigeria are owned by the Igbo people, according to him. Now, Cosmos Maduka answered the question in that same podcast
Okay.
because I listened very. He said it will bring about industrialization, more open market, and increased competition.
All right. I think you're missing. I think you're missing the question. But I'm going to ask. I'm going to answer. I'm going to just push back a little bit on what you said about importation and industrialization. How does importation bring about industrialization?
Of course, when you import those things, there are experts, that foreign experts. Let me call them
These are
expatriates
finished goods that we in
Yes,
Igbo import.
that can manage them. That can manage them.
No. Understand what I'm
Let's say
saying.
you have
Understand what I'm saying. You said, or let me rephrase what you said. You said if this mass importation would bring about industrialization, and I'm asking, how does importation bring about industrialization? Importation of finished goods. How does it bring about mass or industrialization? Finished goods. You're importing finished goods, finished products from China.
Yes.
You're not importing raw
Yes,
materials.
yes.
You're importing finished goods. In case of Cosmos Maduka, he's importing finished cars. How does that bring industrialization to Nigeria?
Yeah, industrialization is not the actual word I should have used. There's some other word I should have used. But this is what I mean.
But let's leave that side and get back to Cosmos Maduka.
Just be
Go ahead. You are saying something.
okay.
No, go
Okay.
ahead. You were saying something. Go ahead.
Industrialization in itself is not the word I wanted to use.
Okay.
That's not the actual word I should have used.
All right.
But
No,
then
fair enough.
beyond finished product,
Let's leave that
there are raw
side.
materials.
I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know
Now,
a lot
regarding
of.
Cosmos
I don't know a lot of.
it's already speaking.
I don't know if your network is breaking now, Abina, because we're having some type of delay.
I can hear you clearly.
All right.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. I can hear you very clearly.
All right.
It's clear.
Make we leave that side because
So,
again, I don't understand how because we're talking about Cosmos Maduka and another person is saying Igbo people import 90% of the goods. The 90% of those goods, I can somewhat bet that 80% of them are finished products. I don't see how importation of finished products bring about industrialization. I think you're smart enough to understand what I mean. But let's
I'm looking
move.
at the word. I'm still cracking my brain to get the word.
Maybe
But then
the
if
word doesn't exist. Importation does not bring about industrialization. There is no market chain, supply chain that importation of finished goods will ever create. It will never create a supply chain. It will never create like small other businesses like that. Say for instance,
however,
innocent.
it will create job opportunities. It will create job opportunities.
Not necessarily. It will only create more boy. And
A lot of them.
shout out to the one boy system in Igbo land. It would only create more one boy. That's business opportunity, but it's for 1-2 people. One person imports one container. He has 2 one boy. That's I don't know about it doesn't bring about employment at scale. When you talk about employment at scale, you talk about someone like Innocent. Shout out to Innocent, who's doing what he's doing in Anambra. That's what you talk about. We don't have a lot of Igbo people that are industrialists like that. It's a fact. Even P2B you mentioned, he also imports finished goods. Right? But
I get you.
But
Okay, I'm just arguing in line of what Cosman did. Or sorry, what Cosman said.
And
Yeah,
I'm trying to explain to you that his explanation is flawed because he is in the car business. He imports cars, right? And the cars, you've agreed with me that the luxury cars he sells, most of them are sold in Lagos. Now, let us assume, I snap my finger, these seaports are working, by the way, but let's say they become Dubai standard in Port Harcourt, River, Delta, Asaba. Let's say they become Dubai standard, right? Why would a smart businessman who sells his goods in Lagos, why would a smart businessman go and be importing from Port Harcourt? Do you understand that question?
Yes. Anyway, I think it will be left for customers, but from the what he said.
No, it's not left. And what he said is correct, but I'm going to refer you back to what you said as well. Someone can be saying something for so long and then start believing it. Do you still agree with what you said earlier?
I will go back and do more research on it. What brought us to this topic? What brought us to this topic is are Igbo people marginalized?
Yeah, that's what brought us there. That's what brought us there. But let us hold on for a little bit. We have Ijele in the building. Make we hear. I know say Ijele won't correct 1 or 2 things. Let us hear Ijele. Ijele, welcome.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate. You see, you just gave him the rope with which to hang himself. This is the problem with these under 30 people. They refuse to understand that they are not grounded in reality first. And I pity them. If you check the quality of teachers that educated them, the quality of information they are giving, and this first information syndrome that is their problem, just right here, right now, you have dismantled this point, and it's very difficult for him to accept what he's clearly hearing. What would you even bring up Cosmos said? Then who the hell is Cosmos as an economist or what? So his opinion is now reality. His opinion is your own beacon. And you people say you are a rebel. Which rebel? Do you know what it takes to be a rebel? Being a rebel, you have to be armed mentally, physically. These ones that can't jog every day of the week. Look at how weak all of them look physically. You can never count on them. When you hear that so people took power 27 and 28, physically look at them, look at their pictures there, see how they are looking. Those days you see a 22-year-old guy, he is looking like a 29-year-old guy. You are not listening to their interviews? Go and check Gowon's interview in the 60s. Adekunle, Emmanuel Ifajuna. Go and watch those people. Listen to how they speak. See how they spoke in their 20s. Now compare them with these ones you have, just repeating buzzwords and talking points that they will never explain. Never. You can't come down and say, oh, I don't know this. How do I start learning? Oh, you hear that this one was head of state at 32. You think he just woke up and became the head of state? By then, go and check the type of books many of them read then. Go look who their teachers were. The secondary schools they attended, most of your university students cannot get into them now. The standard has been lowered. And you no substance, just noise, raising themselves to where they are not. How many ask him, Kant? Does he know who Immanuel Kant is? Never, he has never heard it. I'm willing to bet my whole life he doesn't know.
was a philosopher.
Eloka, please.
Eloka,
please, mute yourself.
How many of you? Okay, explain any of his works now. Explain any of his works. Like, check all of his works, pick any one of your choice and explain it to us right now. Dostoevsky, can you? But those people, go and sit down with them. Talk to them. They will tell you the type of books they've read. The type of books they've read. The schools they attended then in Nigeria was what standard? And all these ones you are seeing, why would they be saying, oh, this one, seaport? Why would they bring seaport where you don't have a sea? And you are telling me this one said, Cosmos Madoka said this, said that. Since 2022, the Onne port had been receiving more cargoes than Tinkan and Apapa. In fact, in order to bring people, to attract people there has been a discount from 2021 and even. Yes, it's cheaper to ship from there. Now you expect people, you think you know more than businessmen? You've not even checked the other factors. What's the distance between transporting that thing from overland, from Port Harcourt back to Lagos? And what are the risks? Road money day, insecurity day, and at a point the Southeast was cut off. Who want to route their business to that place? Majority of the customers are even in Lagos. Then the place that used to be the choke point, which is the Southeast, now became a death trap that nobody wants to pass there. And none of you wants to put this into consideration. Being a contrarian does not make you a rebel because you people are not ready. You are never prepared. My generation is a very useless generation. Then you people are the worst. I thought the stupidity will end in my own generation, but you see these people, the only hope we have now are these teenagers because they've seen at least 3 generations at the same time, canceling each other out. That's why I keep telling people, don't ever think you can fix this society. Fix your own kids. However you want the society to be, start it with your kids. Mind the type of information they are assimilating, and know that you are not just a parent, you are also their teacher. So they don't walk around with these empty skulls, moving around pretending they know anything where they don't know jack shit about anything. Repeating the same useless talking points that our own parents fed us. Now they will just change the words. They just change the buzzwords, talking points, but the substance remains the same. Kai! Thank you, Kachiabeg.
Thank you, Ijele. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Yeah. When could I give me 1 second? TikTok is giving me some notification here. Make I solve this their puzzle for them, and then we'll keep on moving. Again, Ijele, thank you so much. I think we still said the not only Ijele why if you bring up today. I know if you see Ijele the request, I know go bring them up, right? But not 30 and below now they talk to. Obviously, Ijele is not 30 and below, but not only I know go see Ijele request and I know go bring them up. But the point is, and interesting by the way, thank you for taking that, for being here and taking whatever he said, because maybe you need somebody that is calm like me, and then you need Ijele as well to give you that push and that fire to get to the next level, right? Maybe you need that little push. Let's see. But give me 1 second, Mr. Eloka. I'm gonna call you Eloka. Eloka, give me 1 second. Make I check out the people that are here, the other people that are here. Dauda Adamu, if you want to unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, can you give Taco, then I'll follow after.
Before, I want to ask you how old you did before we follow after. How old are you now? For 30 and below?
No, I don't pass that one.
Okay, we'll go drop you now. Thank you for joining, though.
Okay.
All right, Taco, you be like Asabi, you be like, I don't talk to you before, but make we ask you now. How old are you, Taco?
No, boy, me too. I don't pass that.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
30 and below,
All
I
right,
go drop.
all right. This one no be for you today. This one now for 30 and below. And so far now, Abasol, I know you now. We're not gonna bring you up. This one now for 30 and below. I see you requesting, but now for this one at 30 and below. We've not had any other 30. Let's keep liking and sharing. Hopefully we'll go. Now this demographic we won't talk to today. Abasol say I'm 24. Are you sure, Abasol? Abasol, are you sure you're 24? Are you sure you're 24? Anyway. Eluka, yeah.
But I want to ask a simple question. I wanted to ask Ijele.
Go ahead. Ask me. Maybe Ijele is still here. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he can come back or he can, I don't know. But yeah, ask the question.
Every generation looks up to prior generation because he made a lot of derogatory things of people in my generation. So he said, we look uncanny, we look wimpish, we look weak. We are not. So isn't that the fault of people who get, isn't that the fault of people who get better to us and the people we look up to? I mean, thank God he admitted that at least we are opposing. He used the word contrarians. Thank God he actually admitted we are opposive. Sorry, we are pushing back, but then not as much. Right? Yes, somebody just said leaders of tomorrow without means. That's what I'm saying. You actually have to have the way without.
Okay, Ijele requested again. So what is the question? I know you've said, isn't that the fault of the people that gave birth to you? I believe that's your question, right?
Yes, and then our forerunners, people, the millennials and the boomers and the baby boomers, all right, it's their fault because it is their character that they passed on to us, who are called the Gen Zs. So we on ourselves, we deserve that credit that at least we are pushing back. At least a bit.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. No, I see myself in you guys because my generation, they're very close to our own. So I see myself in you guys. But Ijele, thank you for joining again. Did you want to respond to him or
Let me respond. I'm not sure he captured everything I said because I told you, even from my parents' generation to our generation, that's why I told you my only hope now is just the teenagers. Then I went on and said, anyone who thinks they can change this society is dreaming. Start with your kids. The level of stupidity we have, if you think you are banging your head against a rock. And this herd mentality, our generation, there is nothing like our generation. It's from how you were raised, the environment you grew up in, and how you allowed it to affect you. For instance, I was born in Onitsha. Most of the people that grew up from where I was born, I know the stereotype. I know how people take them. That's why some people, when they say, oh, are you sure you were born in the East, you grew up there? Fuck you. Because I refuse to go along. There is nothing like no, it is you. How have you been able to mold yourself? Being a contrarian does not make you a rebel. That is not a pushback. You are being a nuisance. What makes you a real rebel is when 15 people are saying something that is wrong, 15 people in a room, they put an apple on the table and say this is an orange. You are the only one that say no, this is an apple. That's the difference. It is not because many of you people disgust me. We live in a world of stupidity. It's a herd mentality, and they only follow the herder. Imagine how you are making an argument. Oh, is Kostaris? Who the hell is Kostaris? Because he has money. He made money trading cars. BMW, built by German engineers, German technology. Really? Even from your own submissions, you're already submitting that you have a herder. That means you're part of a herd. Oh, we the Gen Z, you don't know reality yet. You don't know jack shit. That is the problem. This person said, that person said, what are you saying? What are you saying? Have you internalized it? Have you even argued against your own point? This is your view. You have to sit down and argue against it. Try to shake it. There is a reason when they are building a house, they still have to use tremor to check its foundation. To check it, that does not mean that the engineer doesn't know the quantity of concrete he poured there. He just wants to be sure. Learn to argue against your own views. That thing they are telling you, no, don't have any decision first before you think. You think it through and let the cards fall where they may. That's the only way for you to prepare yourself. Nothing like we did. Who the fuck is you, the Gen Z? We this, we that, we there. And how do you think it's so easy for you people to be controlled? Because you have been grouped. Oh, Gen Z. Oh, the people before us. How do you mean the people before you, if they are falling in rivers, you go and fall too? Huh? All this, not, that's why you see them. Once you want to capture them, The same people will go under one umbrella, bring out something. Oh, now we be this one. Oh, now we be that. Just fake identity to identify with a certain thing. And when you see them behave, that's why when you see them, they behave alike, they dress alike. No ingenuity anymore.
Hello, good
No
evening.
individualism.
Fortune, please don't just come in. Mute yourself. I've been trying to mute you. I don't know why it's not muting, but please mute yourself. We'll get to you in a moment.
No individualism.
Yeah, because I've been listening for a
Who
while
is that
now.
person? Come on, mute this mic. Who are these fools? So you see people, they start grouping themselves because even they know they don't have that confidence to stand on their own 2 feet. Their words cannot stand on its own except they attach it to something. Oh, now we be articulate. Oh, now we be obedient. Oh, now we be Tinubu. No, who are you as a person? That's why they must attach it to a group in order to see people that will help them fight. So they will go home and feel good about themselves. Nobody is grounded in reality. That idiot just made me lose my chain of thought, but I'll still be around.
Bele. I had to drop him. You know, if one person wants to continue to talk, you know, that's, you don't turn disrespect. So we had to drop you. I don't even know if you're even 30 and under. So again, only Jelebi, the 30 plus, what I go bring up today. But okay, he's still here. So if you have any question you want, I have to give it to you. Eluka, because you know you're taking it. You did take him. So and that shows character. Make we hear the question.
Thank you. Because there's a very big problem with blanket statements. All judges are addressing the same. All Gen Z speak alike. All Gen Z do alike. I'm somebody who is open to learn. I want to learn. I want to make an impact. I want to stand different. That's why words and emotions don't get to me. So I will still insist to ask Ijele the same question I'm trying to ask him. Obviously, there is no movement at all. There is no movement at all that anybody wants to make. First of all, there's nobody that has an independent thoughts. There is nobody on earth that has an independent thought. Any thought that comes out from your thinking, you borrowed it from somewhere. It was John Locke in his book that said a child at birth is born tabula rasa, an open slate, right? And as they grew up through the process of socialization, that is when marks are made on this open slate. So there is nobody on earth that have an independent thought. You just find the one that, obviously, like I said before, I came to this world, an open slate. It is my society, my environment, the history of my people, the antecedents that will inform my formation, form my mind, and so on and so forth.
What's
Nobody
your
has
question?
an independent thought.
What's your question?
Yes. Now my question is this. How do you expect, for every revolution that ever happened, the French Revolution, the Irish, whatever it is, for everything that has happened in this, people went under an umbrella of something, right? People went an umbrella to push every movement of either rebellion, revolt, contra, all of it. So why are you now demonizing it like as if it is a one-man show, or it is a one-man's destiny to transform or inspire, awaken people to revolt, or to awaken people? Why I'm losing my
sorry,
thoughts.
take it, calm down and articulate what you try ask.
Kachi,
What
let
I'm
me
trying to say
use
is
old
that why
age.
is it
You know,
making
I don't want to. I don't
Eluka, one
want
second. Maybe he got something out of what you said. Let him
Wait,
respond to
I
that.
don't. You know, I don't love pulling ranks on people, but let me pull age on him now. You are not talking about French Revolution. That French Revolution you are talking about, do you know that it was actually planned in London? Have you even done a research on it? That is the problem. You people will just get one thing like this, you carry it film. No deeper research on it. Robespierre, who funded him? All the leaders of the French Revolution who funded them, have you asked yourself why at the end of that revolution, France went back to total dictatorship? Have you people, this is the problem. You just make references to things you've not even quite understood. You have a very far place to go. But the way you are sounding, it seems you are open to learning actually. But you have so many things to learn. And that is why I'm telling you, whatever you hear, number one thing is to go and investigate it deeply first. For instance, this first revolution you mentioned now, you didn't ask yourself if it was a coincidence that after it happened, then what was the end product in France? What did it bring? A country, a revolution that showed enlightenment ended up bringing the highest beheading in Europe. The massive bloodshed. You know about the French Revolution. Then who are the Jacobins? Who are the Jacobins? Who are the heads of the Jacobins? And they are still existing till date. They are still the ones behind all these fake revolutions you are all seeing, and people are still falling for it. Don't bring those issues with people like us. Restrict it to the simple ones. Because even that one you think you know, you don't. Most of the things you are seeing are just facades. Not as they think. Okay? Not as they seem. When you people, what there is nothing. We know this ginger where the ginger on it goes soon clear on for eye. By the time you get to 40, you go no say kakino be leather. This spirit, we've all had it. Only to find out that the real world out there is totally different. It's still the ginger you now. Wait a small time, it go reach you. When we were growing up, people of my age were telling us we didn't understand it, including I myself. But by the time reality go hit, now you go the so now this thing this man mean that time oh. Okay, now this thing then be the talk. Then you will realize that you've wasted your years chasing things that don't exist. And that's because they've conditioned you to build things around people. You think there is a Messiah somewhere that will save you. Oh, there is one Messiah. If all of us can come together, support this one, it's a lie. Until there is a system, and that system begins with the change of complete mindset. Total mindset change. When you talk, some of them will be shouting Peter Obi. How old were you when Peter Obi was the governor of Anambra State? How old were you? Were you there? Did any of his policies affect you? What would you hold and say, oh, this is what this man would do totally differently from the rest? Because you believe the propaganda they are selling you. Most people are victims of marketing. They are victims of marketing. They will just mess you up. That thing you are thinking doesn't exist. It's not there. And when I say Gen Z, intelligence does not move generationally. There are 18-year-old kids that are wiser than some 70-year-olds. If things move generationally that way, That means all the people in their 60s and 70s should be smart. Take the Southeast, for instance. Who are the useless idiots that allowed the Baba to destroy the Southeast the way it is? It's the same old people. Most people that were born at the immediate aftermath of the Ojuku's disaster, they are still the biggest cheerleaders of this nonsense. So what does that tell you? Doesn't that show you that it doesn't have to do with age? Go to many communities now. Many of them were victims because they couldn't even run away. Meanwhile, they were the ones that were going for meeting, tuning into radio, talking rubbish, being used to pump votes. When you talk about rigging of election, nobody had to rig any election there. You just have to tell them the rubbish. That day you will see them in the morning, go to the town halls, go to village halls, go to the churches that are polling unit. They line up there. Chickens going there to vote for Easter. So not as if they force them. You see that it has nothing to do with age.
Absolutely.
But why I'm saying,
I wanted to just pause you and ask him if he has been able to articulate his thoughts so he can ask you that question. Eloka, have you been able to articulate that thought and ask the question?
Yes, and as he spoke, I think it's even expanded.
Okay.
Ijele, the question I want to ask you is very simple. Why are you making all of this as if it is going to be an individual effort? And where has any individual effort, one singular person, without garnering a crowd, without garnering fans, without garnering a people, ever brought about any meaningful societal change? Where?
how do you have attitude change if it's not from individuals? When majority of people are stupid, what do you expect? Huh? You live in a world where don't you like you are not even looking at the material you are working with. If majority of people are reasonable, you wouldn't have this type of world you are living in right now. You have to first admit that the majority of people are stupid. It is not an insult on humanity. It is the reality. What is the level of education in Nigeria? Even those that say they went to school, what do they even know? Take a microphone, go to the street, just stick it in front of people. You will see many running away. It is not because they are afraid of they don't know what to say. They don't want to floor themselves. When you have a country of so many people with low energy, imagine a country where pastors are more relevant than people who should be the real educators. What do you expect to have in that place? The thing is that we love denying reality. A society where on radio, they are still preaching miracle on radio, national TV. Really? A country where you still divide people along tribalism in this age.
Please, Ijele, I want to interject here, please.
Most schools, please. You hear many people at the end of the conversation, oh, only God go help us. What do you think? What message do you think that is giving? Majority of people. Even some politicians that know the truth will not say it because they don't want to lose that public vote. Why do you think they pander to stupid people? That's because majority of people are not smart. Look at China as a society. Look at yours as a society. Most of the things people do in Nigeria, you don't do it in China. Look at the level of intelligence. What is the average IQ in China? What is the average IQ in Nigeria? Stand by the wayside, gather 100 Nigerians, sit them down and try to have a conversation. How many of them can hold an intelligent conversation? God go do am. Now God hand we dey. Like no problem solving skills. You have to admit that this is the society you are living in. And if you don't admit you have a problem, how are you even going to solve it?
All right. Eloka, did that get to your did you get a response you are looking for, or you want to expound on that question? Ijele don't shout for everybody. The 30 years people were 30 and below, they find it all wrong finish. They don't go Greek.
The honest thing though, if you are being honest,
Sorry,
honest,
what's the question? Yeah, go ahead.
If we are being honest, Ijele is just a pessimist. To be sincere, he's just a pessimist.
Why do you say so? Why do you think he's a
And he has
pessimist?
lost all hope. He begins to say something. Just about negativity, no solution, no
Don't call
light.
me a pessimist. I'm just telling you what the problem is, and if you are not
This is
seeing
all you are
the
just saying,
solution
just
I'm giving you
pessimism.
already, then there is no need me banging my head against the wall.
See,
You
let me
people
tell you
just want
something.
someone that will be telling you, oh, it's good, it will be nice. This one. No, I'm telling you the problem you have, and the problem is this. This is how you start solving it.
I mean,
You need to
in our
distill your
lifetime now,
brain
in
first.
our lifetime, the both of us we agree that individual awareness and individual consciousness, it was just like light in Hamatan, just like fire in Hamatan. Once you put it, it spreads across. All right. P2B is already that. Sorry, he said we shouldn't call names, but then this guy is already the light. He already invested in young people. He already bringing I said it already. You said something in the comment. He already bringing the Gen Z's consciousness into the political sphere. So the light has been ignited, and it will soon spread. I love that you have written off your own generation. Thank God you have written off your own generation. The younger generations now, under 30, are rallying around him. At least in him, for the first time in our history, we have seen hope. In the last 2 decades.
Excuse me, hold on. 1 minute, let me ask you. How much was tuition in Anambra State when P2B took power, and how much did he hike it to? By what percentage?
Ijele, to answer your question, the decision you made 10 years ago, if you have to do it again, you do it better now, this time around.
Look at just listen to yourself defending somebody that is not defending himself.
It is not for me to answer it.
Just
It is not for me to answer it.
Just
Kati,
listen.
yourself.
See how you cannot go straight to
Kati,
the
you of 10
point.
years ago.
Eloka,
Today.
1 second.
Today,
You of 10 years ago.
Eloka, 1 second.
Hold
You
on.
do it better.
Eloka, hold on, please.
Chief Obafemi Awolowo remains the father of education in Yoruba land today, not because he started education. As at 1850 something, the Yorubas have had graduates in Lagos. They've had lawyers by 1860. But today, the educational space they're occupying can be traced directly to free education declared by Chief Obafemi Awolowo. But given the same opportunity as Anambra State Governor, he hiked school fees from 38,000 to do you know what 200,000 naira was in that year? Do you know how much in dollars that was? In that year, do you know how many students dropped from schools because their parents couldn't afford it? That act alone, does that show you this guy has a vision for anything, for the so-called Gen Zs?
Ijele,
The
yes.
youth of
How much
those
has people been
days,
given to the health?
let me finish. The
Okay,
youth
sorry.
of those
Continue.
days. Now, I'm telling you the days where even many state universities were abolishing school tuition for indigents. In Anambra, they are increasing it. So somebody opened his mouth and told you education is not for the poor. Then what foundation are you laying? China today, do you know why China is the per capita the wealthiest country in the world? Because education is free there. You don't need to give anybody physical cash. The Chinese made education available for their people. That's why in America, many families will enter into debt until they die. They can't finish it because of the student loans they collected. How many Chinese youths are pegged back by student loan? Because they didn't even pay a dime to go to school. Now, on the long run, they are churning out more scientists from just one region in China than the entire West combined. Now, have you seen a poor scientist before? Imagine the number of engineers they created through education alone.
My
Have
brother,
you seen any engineer looking for government handout? Have you seen any engineer praying for job? STEM. When it comes to STEM, one region in China produced more STEM graduates than the whole of Western Europe with the USA combined. The UK, catching up UK there be
Nah.
okay, but you people where that abroad, that place where una dey,
Yeah.
you know what it takes to send a child through a medical school.
Absolutely.
Now, imagine sending someone through medical school and with all the pains and the money. Compare that to a Chinese kid that went to a medical school in China. He's starting on a clean slate, prepared for life, set for life. He has been given the tools to become a millionaire. Now, this other person is starting from a hole. Then in that of Nigeria, yeah. For where? They kill dreams, no incentive, and people that don't even give bursary to students are somehow the people that build a society. What are you telling me? Now here we go there. You see this small Burkina Faso of which day? I'm not a fan of a military dictatorship, but every country should choose whatever system works for them. Whatever gets you through. And all these things will not change when you have the same people who should be revolting. You see why I told you these people are not rebels? Because if they were rebels, it would have started from the grassroots. How many of them has held their local government chairman accountable? How many of them can declare a protest even in their local government? You've not even held your local government chairman responsible. Now, president, you want to go draw for shit. I want to see how it will happen now.
Ijele, 1 minute. Ijele, 1 minute.
I want to see how it will happen.
Ijele, 1 minute. Kachi, Kachi,
Yeah, go ahead,
please,
Eloka. Yeah.
you and I know that people my age range cannot contest for House of Assembly, cannot contest for governorship, cannot contest for local government, cannot contest for governor because we are under that. All right. So the system is already rigged against us. If P2B comes there, the man that has the youth in mind. EJ was saying something. He said
Right.
Americans are
And I don't
Tinubu
want even, I don't want this
implemented
to
it.
even be about P2B or Tinubu, right? Make we move forward
I
actually.
mean, this
But
is why it is this
Excuse
is why
me,
it's getting
excuse
there.
me. Go
Kati,
to
this is
other
why it's getting
places
there.
in
It's getting there
Nigeria and
because
see
we cannot have
the
a
age
rebellion.
of
We cannot have
people.
a rebellion.
Go to other places in Nigeria and see the age group of people that are in the House of Assembly. Who told you can't
Is
contest?
it
A law
legal?
that has been
Because
changed?
they have the connection. Because they
Which
have the
connection?
connection.
See,
Their
not
parents.
come on, I go sit down. Excuse everywhere.
Kati, 1 minute. Kati,
I
1
don't
So
know
minute.
all
what the
those
age
ones,
range
Kati, 1
is.
minute.
I know
We cannot
Buhari
rebel
passed the not too
without a
young to
leader.
run
Without
bill. I know Buhari passed that not too young to run bill. I believe it was Buhari. But I don't know the age anyway. I don't know the age range for the for contesting or
Kachi,
whatever.
nobody is stopping anybody. They've changed the law for a long time. So why is he referring to something that has been changed?
it is still under.
Now you
It
are
is still
telling
under.
me and you know. How do you
It
mean
is
you
still
know
under
you can't?
30 now.
I don't know. But I know for sure that either Buhari or Good Luck, one of
Oga,
them,
come to the
It is
north
did
here.
not too run to,
Come
not too
to
young
the
to run.
north here. Come to the north here and see local government chairmen. See state assembly members. It's
Secondly,
because our
Chioma,
own people is
secondly,
just noise, social media noise, creating problem everywhere. None is ready to put in the work. When you talk, they say you are pessimistic. You people just make noise. You don't have the energy.
And maybe
You
the
think
pessimism
anything
is,
will be handed to you on a platter.
yeah, maybe the pessimism is also like a fuel. Maybe it would be a fuel for you, right? If you see it as pessimism, maybe take that as a fuel, to do
that's
better,
why
right?
personally I don't listen to it. I don't listen to it because I know there's light at the end of the tunnel.
All right.
Chioma said something in the comment. He
All
said,
right, we're not
any
reading.
rebellion
We're
or
not.
revolt
She's
that
in the
doesn't-
comments. She's not here talking to you. Talk to me and Ijele where they talk to you here. But do you have any other questions for Ijele before I see one other person requesting here, and we only have 18 minutes.
Catch
18 more
abeg,
minutes.
catch abeg, drop me. Me, I don't. All this
any
is just a
rebellion,
total waste of time. These ones are not ready. Abeg.
any rebellion
All right,
or revolt
all
that
right,
doesn't have a
Ijele.
leader.
Thank you for joining. Appreciate you.
Any rebellion or revolt that doesn't have a leader is just noise and a waste of time. P2B have we all the Gen Zs, all the under 30s, we are now under P2B to cause that change. That social change we want in Nigeria, and we must succeed.
All right.
Must.
All right. We need a campaign for P2B today. Let's leave P2B first for now. Make us see whether C Collins or made it come on and
At least he's somebody that will.
all right. Just give me 1 second, Eloka. Make I introduce this person we joined. I think your network is breaking. Yeah, you ultimately dropped. Anyway, all right. C Collins Ome, thank you for joining. How old are you? C Collins Ome, can you hear me? Can you hear me, C Collins Ome? All right, let this person to sleep. Make we bring Ikemba ZC. Ikemba.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. 1 second. And the show today, obviously, not just to talk to young people that are younger than me a little bit, make we hear what they go through their mind. Because, in my opinion, the rot way they see for social media, people being on TikTok, tap, 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 tap. I'm winning, I'm losing. Come on, guys, tap, tap, tap. Yo, it saddens me, to see our young people doing that on, on the internet, like pretty much begging. And I agree with Eloka, I think interesting is his username. He say also not be only them they do them, every other person they do them too, so it cannot be like a stereotype or kind of generalizing it on them. A lot of other people they do them. I see on the same internet that I see the people that are supposed to be our celebrities, and I see them there. they do tap guys, I'm winning, guys. It saddens me too, but that the young people, now they sad me, now they make me sad the most, and so I just wanted to come on here and kind of see where they're at, politically, socially. But Ijele don't shout for all of them now. All of us, not even all of them. Ijele don't come shout for everybody. It'd be like we go to call them good night. Anyway, we have 15 minutes more here. Interesting. If you can still hear me, shout out to you for being, you showed a lot of character there. I appreciate you. Anyway, let's hear Ikemba. Ikemba, how old are you? How old are you?
How old am I? Okay, I'm in my late 30s.
Okay, this one will be for you now. Make we move the show.
But I needed to chip.
No, we don't want you to chip in. Make we hear not only Ijele be the it's a Ijele, right? So we're not gonna see Ijele request, leave him there, right? So we have to bring him up and hear what he has to say. He always has, good insights on a lot of things. So, it's what it is. Anyway, DJ Cuckoos. Thank you for joining. How old are you?
Hello, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm 35.
35?
I'm 35. 25 years old, yeah.
All right, 25. All right, thank you for joining then. Now, just simple questions. I'm going to use and call them a day. And I see Choma in the chat too. If Choma requests, I know why I'm not going to bring Choma up, but she no request. But anyway, yeah, it's just what it is. So when I see 30 plus, 30 and below, when I see the request, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, man? Anyway, make we get some more chats with DJ Cuckoos, and hopefully Choma will have some insights here before we call it a day. It's just a few questions. Are you voting this in the coming election? Are you voting in the coming election?
Thank you so much. Well, actually, with what's happened in 2023 and how the electronic system and what really happened, that really give me the mind to vote again, because as you can see, the how Nigeria is structured.
All right. Did you vote in the last election?
Yeah. That last election is the one I voted and decided I will not vote again because of what I'm really saying. Okay.
But you understand though. You understand though that your vote pretty much is the only thing you can, if you want a change in the country, that's the only thing you can use to change the country, right?
Yeah. That's good, but it's not really working in Nigeria. It's not really working in Nigeria. Nigeria is not a country you can get free and fair.
That's not necessarily correct. And this mindset is not going to lead you anywhere though. I hope you understand this. How do you think Tinubu became president?
Tinubu became president by whether you vote or not vote, the elite there, they know how to read the election.
It's not that though. The truth is, it's the votes that put him there. If we want to agree with you and say, oh, he got there by one way or the other, right? He could have put that one way or the other to be 100 million votes, right? If he really had the power to do that, right?
Sorry, I don't think Tinubu win the 2023 election. Obi win.
Okay. Remember, one second. That one is false. Tinubu won. That's why he's the president, right? That one a false statement where they make. The truth is, Tinubu won the election and he's there. And the reason he won is because people voted for him. You can say something happened here, something no happened here. It's just what it is, right? But their votes, 9 they take
9 million votes out of 250 million citizens. It's not. I don't think it's.
Say that again. Say that again, please.
Like Tinubu won presidential election with 90 million votes out of 250 million citizens. So how does he win 2023 election? I don't think so.
Tinubu didn't win with 90 million votes. What are you saying? He didn't win with 90 million votes. Is that what you said?
9 million. I mean 9 million.
He didn't win with 9 million either. So it doesn't seem like you're very aware. Now 8 million with Tinubu take win, Navi.
Just check it out now, because 2023 election, everybody says it, okay?
I believe he won in excess. He won with an excess of 8 million. Maybe my numbers are wrong, but I believe let me make another believe. Make I check. I think he won with an excess of 8 million. But anyway, that's very trivial anyway. 9 million, 8 million.
So I don't think, you can see, and he makes some utterances about how you are going to rig the election. You need to grab it. You need to run away with it.
All right. So so because he said those things, you're not going to vote ever again. How do you intend to make a change in the country that you want to be better? How do you intend to do that?
The way Nigeria is going, I don't think election 2027 election is going to save the what is really going on in Nigeria. As you can see, the
But
country is
I'm asking
facing
you though.
different
I'm
threats.
asking you a direct question. You're not going to vote. You're giving up because of the way the last one went. So now you're giving up, right? So how do you
No,
intend to
I'm
change the
not voting.
country?
I'm not voting. The country has been hijacked by the corrupt elite. So
All
whether
right.
you vote or you not vote, they are going to make the election and they are going to put whoever they want.
All right, and the topic here is the topic here is young Nigerians. You're not the leaders of tomorrow, and it seems like you're proving me wrong, or you're proving me right. All right,
There's no future in Nigeria. So the young ones are
all
failing the
right,
country.
all right,
No hope.
DJ Cuckoos. Thank you for joining. I think we're going in a circle here. I really enjoyed. Interesting Eluka. Shout out to Eluka for. I really enjoyed the conversation with that young man. But DJ Cuckoos, your name anyway. Choma, thank you for joining, Jerry. Thank you for joining. Thank
That's
you
my
for
brother.
joining.
You know us. We be old people, so I wanted to stay
my white hair.
down.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna say something. There's something very comical, and unfortunately, it is because I don't think our people have a grasp. Young people, and Nigerians in general, especially people who are keen on outrage. So if Obi doesn't win, or if your presidential candidate doesn't win, what do you think happens? Like the laws that govern Nigeria, who do you think makes those laws? Those are representatives. There's a challenge I have, particularly. I will speak about Southeast young people in particular, and there's an erosion in thinking, political thinking, that's going to keep us stuck for I predict the next 2 decades. When everybody else go they sharpen, they groom. I was talking in the gulag about grooming. I was asking, if you cannot name people you have groomed, there's a reason why you don't realize that the speakers and the representative, people where they groom, make they go do be House of Rep for North. There's a reason why you don't know their age most of the time. It's because you are not checking. You just think that everything is presidential, especially those of you that live outside of the Southeast, but you live in Nigeria. You forget that every election, after you vote in the presidential election and your person loses, they go still do House of Rep and Senate election for your place. While you are in Lagos, in that your lucky ward, where una don't chop Chicken Republic finish, they shout, we are starting by our vote. Our vote will count. Those women in the village that have collected malt, that had no choice but to collect malt, those are the people who go select the honorable, we go Abuja. And it is in Abuja that the laws that essentially, one of the things Nigerians complain about, especially young people, are things that can be either made into a law, taken out of the law in some sort of way, or reformed back or amended in. A lot of the executive power that the president has essentially will have to sort of pass through the red and green chambers. And it stretches credibility that somehow somebody's on the stage is saying to you, because I voted in 2023 and again. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Somebody has been grooming other people for the past 25 years to sit in corridors of power. You the shout, power, man. Every time you lose, you go back to your business. Power, man. You don't need to agree with anybody. You don't need to agree with anybody. Every 4 years, you go come on the internet and they shout, your average not fry kara. It will not even heat up the aurora. It will not even hit the oil. You will be outraged, and that will be the end of it. But you see that woman where collect that 5K, where they say stomach infrastructure, they don't go and collect rice. Person where they earn less than 70K. Person where they fry akara. How much profit you think say they inside akara? Where they go give them 5K, where no go collect. If person they make 50K a month, you give them 5K. What percentage is that? where you no go collect am. When you go see honorable, grandma don't swallow razor blade. Bring money. Honorable go put money, hand for that pocket of that money when don't stay. You go bring 250K, give that woman. You, when you go to your village, you go there hide. I bring me here, I bring me ZK, and when 2 weeks off, or whatever. All those people where when they drag for chief. If chief priest walk in a village, you go see people where go come out. You think say they are rice where they share. You don't know saying that those people they pay hospital bill. You don't know say that you when you they scared, you they say things like, I voted once. I marched once, we marched during NSAS. When I marched, I will not march again because they shot gun. No. Oh, what did you think a revolution was gonna be like? You think it's just just the tip? What the fuck are you people talking about on here? Let me tell you something. You see those House of Rep members, those women in the village, they have their direct number. You where they talk, you go Asaba. When you're supposed to go to your constituency now to go and vote for House of Rep, again on Lagos, not type of nonsense from America, again not type of from Lagos. You not go reach your village. Some of you, who's a village, you cannot get there without MapQuest or Google Map. You come here and be talking about I voted one time. Lego in the futures of tomorrow. Jehovah. Oh, Chim. Let me tell you something. None of you here are serious, including myself, because I don't even know why I'm coming up on this stage. Kachi. I come and be stating the obvious. Because when that woman calls honorable, and honorable go show for that morning of that election, and chief priest where you just, do you know how many people where chief priest don't carry go hospital? How many people you don't pay for even just training, make them learn how to make soap? You say, oh, life is not ideal. The people in exposed countries. Sure, I'm American, but I'm not delusional enough. You think we're paying $10,000 a plate to go to dinners because it is power. That's what it is, power. All those young people who have podcasts right now, do you know how they are being groomed? They are being groomed because donors see potential in them. How many people, if you be no groom person, we go invest in you to go buy tickets. If you be no buy tickets for you, now your papa go buy them. When Tinubu give person tickets, make them not collect. What are you people even, what? I beg, please, okay? You see, if you are 25 today, in 10 years, you're going to be 35 years old. So if you don't vote in 2 cycles of elections, if you don't vote in just 2 cycles, just 8 years of election, that's it. You will become 35, you will become 30 something. Like the person who was 18 in 2023, in 10 years, they're 28. That's how quickly these cycles go. And before you know it, you don't wake up. You don't become the very thing that you are sitting out here and saying, let me tell you something. If you be outraged, even though all of us are angry today, it will not change the fact that if you cannot even change something in your own community, that those elections that is going to happen, that is even within because the level of representation you have in your village is based on the people you have left behind in your village. Look at other regions. Most of the people of power, every time I talk about this to you young people, you will not listen. Most people who control power in the north are in the north. So that means when they are doing House of Representatives, they don't see that 25-year-old boy where carry ballots that other time. They go try to pull their arrow. By the time he don't day 28, they don't buy tickets given. You think a 28-year-old just had money to buy tickets for nomination form? No. Somebody bought it. Who are the people that are in the pipeline of what you want to do? You were saying it does not matter that Obi does not buy nomination forms for people. Are you a nutter? Who go buy them then? Can you afford it? If you go to your village right now, if you call all your family members and say make them buy you nomination tickets, they fit buy them. So who do you think buys it in those places that you always make these comparisons? In America, who do you think? Oh, you guys go and watch one Norway, something in Norway, or this Switzerland, and you be like, a 35-year-old is now the prime minister. There'll be 75-year-old presidents I get for this America. Are you telling me that there are no young people there? No, it is because a lot of these things are compounded efforts. So you must start where you are. It goes beyond being outraged. It comes with turning that outrage into organization. It means that as that old mama for your village have access to the representative where you go vote for, you while they build your own pipeline, you don't need to contest an election to become part of the pipeline. But how do you become part of the pipeline without money? Think about the fact that Nigeria is a very young population. Most of our old people go die out. In 10 years, you'll be 10 years older. So it will continue to get younger and younger. But because you're also aging and aging out, you're not aging out into more money. So the only thing you can age into is what? Pipeline. Not to just be online, just being outraged. If this 2023, you don't even vote for a presidential election, does it then mean that you're not going to also vote for Senate and House of Representatives? So who can you then hold for the blockers? When you want to make them make that one law where say maybe if they make them, it go get younger people closer to the power where they talk about. Who do you think makes those laws? These are things, and this is what Ijele was trying to talk about individual thing. Person, they say there's no individual thoughts. You think that's what the point of his submission is? It means that for some of those things that you are idealistic about, you have to think about what is also attainable within the environment that you are in. It means that in that community where you did, even if you vote for House of Rep in Lagos, but in your community where you come from, where maybe security, maybe your mama, your papa still there for that, Ngwa local government or wherever your local government is, in the local government or wherever, those decisions made there, because your vote does not count there, it will not count. So every day you are getting more disenfranchised and you're moving further away from the center. You are saying is president. Sure, presidential candidacy matters. Sure, seeing representation of yourself at that level matters. But at the very level where you can actually, it's like lower hanging fruit. Maybe you go grab the mango where they down first. Make you no go they rot from down. But if you keep the aim high, you know get ladder, you know get that thing where they use hook and bring them down. You go still just they say nelu, mango day up, mango go nelu there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I think that's what the practical thing I want people to take away from this. A lot of young people, start from where you can add value. Be able to articulate that value. Because if you don't get money and your papa no gets, and I don't mean go and be carrying shoe and running behind because I know say they'll always give you guys social media something. When they won't do real events, and they will call you. Don't take social media campaign management role unless you have power or money. Because if you take it as a young person, you don't have any sort of decision-making skills. You will just be an ass licker there. And you'll just be shouting, my leader, my leader, my leader. But one of the things where you can have impact is, since OB is like your pinnacle of stuff, you must then think about the redesign of that. What does that look like in practicality? If there are 50 of young men who are capable and nobody is buying tickets for them, and they then age, just think about the time they waste until they age. What kind of leaders do you think that they become? They will just become idealistic people who would think that, if I don't become president, Nigerians will lose. Now, like, whether Obi or Tinubu is there, somebody will be in Aso Rock, but also care about the people who are making the decisions that affect you at the level that you are. And when you start to think from that perspective, you start thinking about politics not as an emotional kind of sort of exercise, but as something where all of us must partake in it, right? And understand the game to be able to play it to win. Thank you.
Thank you, Choma. Thank you, Choma. Young people, when me are they younger, we know they get this access to hear, older people, they talk to us directly like this. And me, Choma, shout out to Choma, shout out to Ijele, right? then they more direct, dishing out call it whatever you want. Eloka called it pessimism, right? You can call it whatever you want, but we don't even get these people, at least whether they're pessimistic or optimistic. We don't get them in our ears. They tell us things speaking directly to us, right? So take the advantage. And I see there's a lot of young people here actually. So I think I will host this show again on a different topic. I think I have a different topic I'm going to host for the next time, but it's still going to be geared towards politics, because now the politics, I always try to see myself in you guys, right? In the younger people, right? In terms of when I go conscious politically. So I'm interested to know if the young people are even politically conscious, at this time of their life. And it seems like Mr. Eloka seems like he's very conscious. He doesn't have everything put together yet. I mean, he's a young man. Let's give him some grace, right? Make we give him some grace. He doesn't have it all put together, but who does, right? Who does? Who does? Make we give him some grace, give them some grace. Keep talking to them. Voltage, I think I see you there. You say you're 29. You want to come up and talk about it. But unfortunately, we don't hit 2 hours what I've been planning to do today. We don't hit that 2 hours. So we're going to be calling it a day today. But hopefully we'll hold not hopefully, I think I see some interest in this. So I'm going to host this show again. Make the young people. I go hide the show from Ijele. Where could I know what? I go hide them from Ijele. I go hide. I go on that rock where Ijele no go see me. So that you no go come shout for all of us again, I'm just joking. But anyway, we're going to host this show again, and you guys come up here, we air our thoughts, how na day and all that good stuff. We talk about it. Hey, everybody wants Nigeria to get better. Whichever side you're on, everybody's goal is for Nigeria to be better. And I believe in the young people. I know that Ijele believes in them too. Now making their hash. You can call it hash, you can call it whatever, right? He believes in them. He wants something better. He wants to see something better from them. The country, now on a plenty pass, and if now on a be the most population for the country, and the older people still they watch Dino Malaye. Dino Malaye just they dress up, they swagger up and down. You see these things. You want to be like Dino Malaye, but how do you become Dino Malaye, right? There are things you need to do, and these things we talk about them once in a while. I go remember Ona. I go continue to try to talk to. They talk to all of us. Go to talk to her. I still there within that age range, so I'm definitely very close to you guys, so I can relate more. Ijele, even though Ijele never too old, didn't just the shout for person like Zambia Papa, right? Anyway, thank you guys for joining today. We'll call it a day today. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you next time. See you when I see you. Ijele, thank you for coming. Choma, thank you for coming. Halfway, I see you. Paparazzi, I see you. Paparazzi Wanne, I see you. Olasic, I see you. Ike Otonye, I see you. Make I drag this thing, come here so that I go shout all of them out properly. I see all of you guys. This thing may no go trip now. Anyway, there we go. Okay, this thing won't play with me. Anyway, E-Push, I see you. Ozonwa Wana, I see you. E-Push, Rap for sure, Smart Boss, David, Nora Locks here, thank you for coming. Osazua and Nahoro Kevin. Abe Simple Patron, Eitaro, Vegas, Dayo, Truth Matu, we just posted your video actually. Go check it out. On P2B, why do you support P2B or whatever? We just posted your videos. You go check it out. Stoic, Nature and Culture, Bat, Chief, Golden Love, Analog, all the beautiful people were there. And shout out to Mr. Eloka, interesting. Make una check him out. He did a good job at least trying to come up here and have that conversation. Thank you guys for joining. Until next time, peace. Every time I finish, I got to look for the end button. I got to do like this in my head. Now that old age we talk about, right? Anyway.